in one of our other discussions. You said you mentioned you went all in. You know what I'm saying, with God. How would somebody like me go all in? Because I know I dedicated. I try to spend a lot of my time doing what I know God would want me to do, or what I feel God would want me to do, or what it's like to be a Christian. How would you go? What was your thing? How did you go all in?
Well, I mean, you'd have to go way back in the story, kind of my testimony and stuff, but like, I've always known of God, haven't always served Him, but in the back of my mind. But when I was in prison this last time, like it was, He showed me a bunch of things.
Right.
And so, former Crosstown, my whole life, through the time I got saved until up there, it was like I would give God 50%.
Right.
Sometimes I'd give Him 80%, but I would still, as Jason, like, I got to hold on to 20.
Right.
Maybe I'd only hold on 5%.
Right.
But it wasn't until this last 6 months or whatever when I said, God, like I can't do it no more. Like, I've tried doing it on my own, like that man in me, because that's what the hardest thing for me was, is because as a man, we always want to fix things.
Right.
You know, whether it's your daughter's hurt or whatever.
Right.
And so someone asked me one time, how come God doesn't intercede on things?
Right.
I said, that's a great question. And I said, are you a parent? They said, yeah. I said, okay. Picture your kid, you two, 2.5, 3 years old. You're outside on my driveway, and your daughter takes off running. Kind of a steep driveway. There's 2 outcomes.
Right.
She's going to run, or she's going to trip and fall, skin her knees.
Right.
You know both outcomes.
Right.
So I can either run over there and pick her up, and then I can't let her run no more because there's a consequence of her falling.
Right.
Or I can, baby girl, slow down.
Right.
Be careful.
Right.
She still may not listen. Boom.
Right.
Am I just going to let her sit there and cry? Or am I going to pick her up and clean her up and be like, Daddy told you.
Right.
That's what God does to us.
Right.
Like, Rod, Daddy told you not
Right.
to do that.
Right,
But you
right.
did it.
Right,
But
right.
I'm still here. I got, you know what I mean? And
Right.
so I had to, in a way, let go of Jason. And just say, all right, man, like, you can drive the car. You know what I mean? Or whatever you want, whatever analogy. And I'm just going to ride it.
Right.
And so I got to where in the mornings when I get up, I still not have a hard time getting the word, but reading the Bible to me, like I have a hard time sitting down and just,
Right.
and I know I should be, but
Right.
there's things about the Bible study or what you just did right now. I'm going to come read it later.
Right.
That's what I encourage people to do.
Right.
Don't take what I said.
Right.
And go read it for yourself.
Right.
But so many people will try to read chapters and chapters of the Bible. You're not going to comprehend it
Right.
as a baby Christian.
Right.
Read 10 verses, stop, meditate on it, read it again, stop, pray on it, read it again. And then you'll see that God, the Spirit, will lead you somewhere else. But going all in to me was just, like I said, going all in. Like if we're playing poker and I go all in, I don't have any chips over here. So,
Right.
I'm committed to this hand.
Right.
So that's kind of what I did to God. And not that I've ever, I've always been committed to Him, but not 100%.
Right, right.
And so it just was a kind of a thing within me. But then it's like the things that He has shown me in that 6 months. This men's Bible study, meeting you, meeting Cody, just like all these other deals.
Right.
And when I think the biggest thing to me when He was like, when I got out of prison and went to my house in Tulsa and did it, when I say everything was gone, hot water heaters, faucets, I had to leave that house and go buy underwear. I didn't have any underwear, socks, clothes, and I was mad.
Right.
Well, the flesh in me, when the old school Jason's like, it'll take me 2 days to find out who did it.
Right. Right.
And go handle up.
Right. Right.
But I can't do that.
Right.
And so that's why God put me here and surrounded me by you guys. Because He's like, listen, I know what you have. I know what I'm supposed to do. And He knows the ability I have. He's like, but I'm going to put you with people to let you shine. Even in the drug world, I was still a confidant to people.
Right.
Funny, crack up, whatever.
Right.
but it was a darker sense of humor. You know what I mean? Or more pornography. You know, or lust. What? And I don't. You know, we hang out. We don't ever be like, bro, look at that chick. Oh, you know, we don't do that.
Right.
Not that we don't notice a beautiful woman.
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
She's
Exactly.
beautiful.
No, it's not.
But it's where that thought goes after that.
Right.
And so, I think surrounding us like we do with, I mean, like I tell people, my friends stuff. If you put that group, if you showed a picture of our Bible study, it's not supposed to be that way.
Right. You're right.
It's not. I mean, black, white, lives matter, young, whatever.
Right.
But golf, James, you, me, Cody. That group of guys is not supposed to be tight and have the in-depth conversations we have.
Right. That's right.
So when I sit and look at that, it's all God.
Right.
And he's just like, man, go in. And so it's kind of like the prophecy thing. I think I talked to you about it when it was like, man, I'm doubting it. You're like, just do it.
Right.
You got to go all in on that.
Right.
You can't go halfway in on prophecy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
You have to trust in Him.
That's right. That's right. Because it's not our words, it's His.